right, it is arm day, and we're going to get that pump in, which is my absolute favorite day. I know a lot of folks are like, oh, I love chest, or I love legs, I love back. I guess there ain't a lot of I love legs. But I don't get the hate for legs, honestly. I think legs are a very important part of the process of the overall physique. I wish my legs were a little bit more defined, but they will get there as we move forward. Anyway, today is arm day, and we're just going to go in here and kill it and absolutely fucking destroy my biceps and triceps and be done. Pre-workout today was a Ghost energy drink. Man, I've just been digging, slamming a Ghost energy drink, and I had it about probably 40 minutes ago, unfortunately. Probably a little off the mark of hitting that 20-minute mark and trying to get in to the workout on that 20-minute mark. I like to take my caffeine and then be working out at the 20-minute mark. Warming up at the 20-minute mark. All warmed up and doing my first set around 30 minutes. So, a little bit off of that, but that's how it goes. I slammed it, and then something came up at the house I had to take care of. By the time I got all of that done, I lost a little time, basically. That's all there is to it. So, I think everybody's been there. I think everybody slammed the pre-workout and then had some shit come up and I've had to deal with it. And so anyway, I'm very much feeling it. For whatever reason, really feeling the pre-workout, the Ghost energy drink is really kicking in tonight. So that is great. Hopefully that translates over to a wonderful, wonderful pump tonight. The other thing, let's see, pre-workout meal. I got these things on sale for 80 cents. And it was like this gold bar chocolate peanut butter thing that was like a pre-workout energy thing at the grocery store. And I said, fuck, 80 cents. Why not, right? So I grabbed that and ate it. And it was just like the driest peanut butter chocolate thing I've ever had. I mean, it tasted all right, but it was just crumbly and dry and fucking weird and funky, I think a Reese's peanut butter cup would have probably done better. But that being said, it was only like 126 calories. And it had a little protein in it. It had like 11 grams of protein in it, which I was really surprised about. And so anyway, we jammed that out, and that was the kind of the pre-workout meal instead of the Rice Krispies. Earlier today I had a banana, so I guess we can count that. Maybe it was quite a bit earlier, but hopefully I still got the potassium and everything floating around in my veins. Other than that, that's our pre-workout nutrition tonight. And then we've pretty much, I think we've hit our protein goal today. We're doing great, like staying in calories, but we got so many fucking calories to eat, it's ridiculous. It's easy to stay within your calories when you got a damn ton of calories to eat. Like, I wanted a sweet treat last night, and I whipped up this sweet treat with like these Fiber One brownies, and threw a little bit of Halo Top ice cream, a little fucking Simple 5 chocolate syrup and some sugar-free Cool Whip on there. And I'm going to tell you what, that was tasty as all get out. And I had that last night, but it's like 500 calories. But in comparison, and some Lily's chocolate chips on there too. But in comparison, that same thing would be, 1,500 calories if we utilized regular ice cream, so on and so forth. So the ratio we got was good. But yeah, and I mean, it's just like being at maintenance is just so much different than cutting, right? Um, Utilizing the macro factor app, I'm really enjoying it. Really starting to get the hang of it. It's a pretty good app. The It hasn't adjusted my calories one way or the other. My weight's steadily moving up, so we will see what it does. I think my check-in day is on Thursday of this week. So that app has like various check-ins, and we'll see what a check-in looks like with that app. I did go back and log all my meals for the entire month, so it had a week to work with, plus 2 days, plus the 2 week free trial. And so that's 3 weeks of logging that we have. So we should be able to see, what it does or doesn't do with that 3 weeks of logging. So, we will see how that works out, and we'll utilize that. So, anyway, I'm digging it. It is what it is so far, and I don't know right now. Has it made a big difference, a huge difference? I don't know yet, and as soon as I know, I'll let you know if it makes a huge difference for me. But honestly, I just don't want to fuck with how many calories should I be eating, this, that, and other. If the app can actually do it for me and it'll actually do it correctly, it's just weight off of my shoulders and something I don't have to mess with. And being an amateur bodybuilder, being somebody that has a full-time job, has full-time responsibilities, anytime we can take something off our plate, that's a good thing to do, right? And the app's only $5 a month, and if at any time I don't want to utilize it, I still have stupid simple macro tracker. I paid for the lifetime membership for that. I'll always have that app on my phone. You can always just switch back over and utilize that app, right? So I could probably cancel my subscription after I got my numbers, switch back over to macro tracker, utilize macro tracker, and then switch back. But if macro factor's working well, then I'll just keep paying the $5 a month. To me, it's very much worth it to not have to worry about the calculations and stuff. And it really works kind of like a dietitian in your pocket. I'm really kind of impressed with all of the features and everything it has and the way it works like a dietitian in your pocket. Now, I don't give a shit. I ain't got no code for you. I can't get you any fucking free trial or whatever, I just use the code WILL to get mine. So you just fucking do that if you want. But I'm not selling anything. I don't have any trial. This is just my experience with it that I'm letting you know about. It's either going to go well or it's not. And I'm just going to be, you get an unbiased experience from me. So I'm not making money off of it. I don't have any reason to bullshit you about what it does and how it works and if it works. So I will let you know if it is worth the $5 a month or if you should just skip it and go somewhere else, do something else. So, but right now, I would say for me, in my busy schedule, it's worth it currently. Now, results will tell me how much it's worth it as we move forward. So, anyway, let's go in here and get this workout out of the way. Stop sitting here bullshitting, and then we will debrief on the way home. let's go. Let's go. Oh, motherfucker. Alright, about time to move on to fucking triceps. We have absolutely demolished biceps. Let's just make sure. Oh. All right, this is going to just be a pump finisher. That's all we're doing here, just getting a good pump in. That's enough. Oh, the pump is fucking freaky right now. Oh yeah. Ooh. Mr. Nasty Time. Ooh. Whew, I can do this all day. All right, that workout is done. I might have to give that one a 10 out of 10. I know I haven't done that before, and that'll be the first time to ever give a 10 out of 10, but the arm pump was splitting. Felt like my freaking skin is gonna absolutely just split in two. My muscle's just gonna rip out of it, which is awesome. But the reason I say you got to give it a 10 out of 10 is because of the activation that I got in my triceps and my biceps. The activation was really good. And I was going to start off with bicep curls, but they didn't feel right. My joint in my elbow just didn't feel right. My ligaments in my arm didn't feel right. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go to dumbbells, and I'm gonna hit my dumbbells a little lighter than I normally do, which I did. So those lighter dumbbells and hitting that squeeze and slow eccentric, explosive concentric, good squeeze at the top, making sure that like when I get to the top, I'm turning my pinky in and trying to point my pinky this way, right? Really felt good. And then the slow hammer curls to start off with, just all of it felt really good. The only thing that was suspect a little bit was the preacher curls were a little bit suspect. And that's why you would see on the first bit of preacher curls, I was really getting a good stretch. And then I kind of took the stretch out of the preacher curl on the second and third rep because, well, I got something going on with this left elbow. Just not feeling 100%. And my left bicep feels kind of weak for some reason. Anyway, then the tricep push downs felt really good. The rope push downs felt really good. The overhead tricep machine felt really good tonight. Everything felt really good. And one of the things I did on that overhead tricep machine is on that last rep, there's a little foot pedal down there. And I don't know why I haven't thought about this before, but the foot pedal, you push down and it lifts up the tricep bar so you can grab a hold of it. Well, when I got to failure, I used that foot pedal to really push myself past failure and just give it a little bit of enough pressure that, you know, my arms had to do all the work, but it was just enough pressure to allow my arms to push past that point of failure they were at. And then took my foot off and let the eccentric ride it down, right? And did the same thing again. Let that eccentric ride it back down. So it felt really good. But anyway, and then you know, at the end, just having that pump up set, that finisher set, just to pump the biceps and triceps up a little bit, just felt great. Ab work felt pretty good tonight. So all in all, I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. Great workout tonight. I would take that again anytime. So, you know, if I'm going to say, well, what can you do to get that? How can you get a 10 out of 10? Well, make sure you're in a calorie surplus, for one. Make sure you've had the calories you need to have for a couple weeks and that you are not dieting down. And, you know, we haven't gone into the bulk yet, but when we go into the bulk, I mean, right now we're riding at maintenance. That might have been a 9 out of 10, right? We might get a 10 out of 10 that's even better when we go into the bulk. I'm so super excited about it now. I am more excited than I have been, and I have already been super excited. So, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain the excitement that I have moving into this bulk. So, anyway, leg ups felt good. I tried to do some hanging work, and I don't know, man. It's just so wobbly and unstable, and I feel like my hands always give out before my abs. I just don't like doing the hanging leg ups, but at the same time, I think I need to start transitioning to that, because, you know, 25 leg ups, it's starting to get kind of easy. So what I've been doing is slowing them down to get some more pressure on the muscles, so that, you know, 20 reps is harder. Pulling my feet up high as I can, getting a little arch in my back off the pad, coming back down. Although a buddy of mine in the gym was like, hey, I saw you doing your leg ups and you need to stop bringing your back up off the pad. So I'm gonna have to look that up and get a consensus on that and find out what I don't know about the literature, but what the recommendations are, and then I'll make a decision on which way I want to go. You know, don't want to just not take somebody's advice, especially that's been lifting longer than I have and knows more than me. But at the same time, I saw another person that said, hey, make sure you get your back up off the pad a little bit when you do those. So now it's like, okay, well, I've gotten two conflicting suggestions, and now it's time to do some research and decide what I think is going to be best for me. And that's what everybody has to do, right? We're all on our own journey here. We're all lifting at our own rate and our own pace. Whenever you get advice, like, take the advice, try it. Like, I tried it tonight. I did a couple of reps with not lifting my back up off the pad to see how it felt. I don't know that I felt a huge difference, honestly. I might have even felt more activation when I had my back coming off the pad. So, like, I tried it. Now I'm going to research it. And maybe I'll try it again. Maybe I'll try it a couple more times. Then I'll make the decision of, okay, well, this is the way that I want to go. This is the route that I want to stick with. And we'll do that. Or maybe we'll mix it up a little bit, where sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't, whatever, right? But we have to make our own determination, our own decision on what's going to be best for us in our journey, and then implement that. So whenever somebody gives you advice, try it, implement it, see how it feels. If it feels right for you, keep it. If it doesn't feel right for you, don't keep it. If you're unsure, do a little more research. Find out what, the experts say. And when I mean experts, I mean expert, if you're a bodybuilder, expert bodybuilders. Like, what does Jay Cutler think? What does all the experts think? What's Ronnie Coleman think? What was the mindset of Lou Ferrigno? How did he do his? Looking at all of those things, what did Lee Priest do, right? Looking at all those things and then determining, what's the best method to move forward, is kind of the way to go. How Dorian Yates do it, right? Like, that will help us decide where we need to go, right? And then once we see that, we can even look at the literature and say, okay, is there any literature? Is there any scientific evidence that shows anything here? Is there any crossover between what the bodybuilders did and do and what the experts say, or what the scientific literature says? Can we mix things together, right? Is that going to be better for us if we have a mixture of the movement, right? So then you make that determination of, okay, I think this is going to work best. Then you go in and try it, and you experiment on your body, and you see, does that work for you? And if it does, you keep it, and you go from there, right? It's your journey. And half the fun to me is the experimentation of it, and trying new forms and new lifts and adding weight and doing this and doing that, and analyzing my workouts and making the determination of what do I want to do, what exercises do I want to do, what workouts do I want to do, how many sets do I want to do. I enjoy all that. So for me, that's something I like to do. That's why I would probably never get an app like, RP Hypertrophy app, right? Now, that might be a great app. It might line everything out for you, and you can just follow it, boom, boom, boom. But, especially my background being in exercise science, I like to build my own programs, and then I like to follow those programs. And there's something about being able to say, like, I did that. I built this program, I did that, I followed my program, and it gave me these results. There's something about that that's, to me, that's special. Now, you might be the opposite. You might just want somebody to lay your program out for you. You just follow that program, and you're happy with that. And if that's the way you want to go, that's your style. More power to you. That's awesome, right? Maybe you're a scientific person. You just want to do everything the way the literature says. Absolute perfect form. You want everything to be, as perfect as it absolutely can be. Great. That's awesome. I would never knock you for that. But, I think my style lies more of a mixture of, bro science and, practical application, right? So that is kind of how I feel. I think when you get in to working out and then you apply that, it's different in the real world than it is in perfect conditions and so on and so forth, right? Where you got college students that are willing to, come to a college gym and do a workout on the college equipment with the college professors that are saying, this is how you do it. Make sure you do it exactly like this, and lining out everything perfectly, right? And it's the population is different. The body types are different. Like, everything is different. there's not nobody going to be able to say this works for everybody like this, right? It's just impossible. So each body type, each style is going to have variabilities that you need to determine for yourself, and then you need to meld your workouts to fit your goals and what you're looking to do. All right, I'm going to go in here my protein shake. I'm going to have my creatine. I'm going to have I think 600 calories worth of carbohydrates, and then I am going to bed. I'm going to get up, I'm going to grow, I'm going to do it all again tomorrow, and I'm probably going to have some guacamole too, because I need a little bit more fats tonight. So fats, carbohydrates, a little bit more protein, and I am good to go. All right, dominate every single thing you do inside and outside the gym. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.